The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Good yawning this morning and welcome back to Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, your station for fresh news, smart talk all day. It is Wednesday the 14th of December 2022 and you are on the clock with Erin, Greene and Guardian Radio AM Man Down Mashup Wednesday as we lead into the Christmas season. Now, joining us today again is Mr. Ian Munnings. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How you do?
Wonderful.
Good. Mr. Nuri, how are you doing?
Good yawning this morning. I always copying your words when I'm on your show, man.
Well, look here.
It's very good to be here. Happy holidays to everybody. We already start celebrating here at Guardian Radio, and we just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year, of course.
Absolutely. On our show, at least today is our show. Now, would you like to introduce what it is we're doing today? Oh, you already doing it. I want to say good morning and thank you to the cookie caterer.
This cookie's good.
For catering these cookies this morning. Dear Tina, I selected the cookie you like. I haven't eaten it yet. That may be your only Christmas gift. Because the people thief the tree, Cecil, and I had the gifts hidden under the tree. I figured that's the most obvious.
You
know
mean
they
the
say
national Christmas tree?
the one that was stolen. Obviously, that wasn't the national one. That was your boy own. I mean, you put it in plain sight, right? Like if you have information, you put it right in the book because they ain't going there. So I figure I can hide my gifts under the tree. Ain't nobody gonna look there.
That's the one Bay Street?
It was on Bay Street. I'm trying to figure out where it is now.
The tree gone?
Like the money?
Allegedly and apparently somebody stole.
Misappropriated.
Yeah, maybe.
Remove.
Mislocated.
Yes.
Yeah, the national tree.
It may be in the Pine Yard.
See, Cecil? That's why he's a genius. Hide it in plain sight in the Pine Yard. But look here, when I go, I just go look for the gifts. And that'll be the trail to lead me to the tree. Anyway, I just want to say to whoever took national tree and whoever vandalized the Christmas display in, I think it was maybe Stapleton in the community, I hope that your underarms itch and you perpetually have the arms of pterodactyls. You know, like they short, like your underarms itch, but you can never scratch them. That is the only appropriate.
You gotta put some lumps under the arm for that.
That's mean, man. Dear Bahamas, we cannot be doing that to each other. A community came together to provide something nice for the children. Most of all, I mean, I go in. Don't say that your event is under 12 only or like under 30 only. I go in with my old self. I go in to share in the Christmas spirit. And I can sing a song too. And I mean, if I stop singing, hopefully you let me stay, right? But people who steal Christmas gifts and displays and who vandalize them, we have no space for you here. You didn't even accompany it with a thesis. Like if you had put a stamp a thesis on it, and Bahamians should re-examine their relationship to religion and spirituality, then maybe we would have considered it a community act. But you just break up the things with no purpose. And the particular community you went into, the whole point of putting it together was to provide a positive experience for those who may not have one otherwise.
Well, I hope the CCTVs were working, and the CCTVs would have been on to catch them. That's another thing.
You're right. You're right. Absolutely. And I hope when they put up the free Wi-Fi in the park, they put up CCTV cameras to monitor the infrastructure and that we could
Definitely.
capture them.
Definitely, vandalism is not a nice thing, and I think that they should do something about that because
Yeah.
you're destructing things that are in your community or a community at large, and that affects everybody around you.
Right. And little kids as well.
Definitely the little children.
And the people who would put their hands together to raise money or donate money with no tangible financial return expected, right?
Rather than seeing the community do well.
Yeah, that's not on. We're not supporting that. We're not tolerating that. And I want to say to the weed man, I hope you already put them by them on your list of no gifts for Christmas. No weeds for them. Like maybe that's the only strategy we have, right? It's like bad man need to turn to other bad man and say, there are things that we're not going to tolerate, gentlemen.
But there were times that used to be like that. There were times when persons were known in the community to be a certain way, but they ensured that nothing in those communities. So if you know that this particular person's here, you can't come in this area and steal nothing, no bumper, no headlights. That was an issue with the individuals that were doing the little bush kind of thing.
And some people may say, oh, Erin and Ian, y'all are romanticizing the past, right? That's like you making it grander than it was and you sort of ignoring certain things. But I think there was a time when there was some hard and fast rules, right? And you knew if you broke those rules, the community would respond.
Definitely.
You know, and I think there's some things that we need to turn back to as communities, right? There are things that we're just not going to tolerate. We're not going to tolerate taking advantage of young people or we call sort of simple-minded people. We're just not going to tolerate that, you know? And I think it's time for Bahamians to start stepping up. But that's just a little intro. Mr. Nuri,
Okay.
I would like you to tell the people about our giveaway this Christmas.
Yes. Actually, we want to celebrate Christmas here, right? So, Guardian Radio and AM, we plan to celebrate Christmas by giving back, giving prizes out, giving gifts out. And how are we going to do that? We're going to ask questions. We're going to have some trivia. And if you're able to answer the trivia, you can come to the Guardian Radio at the reception desk and collect your prize. We have some good prizes. We have a number of vendors who say, hey, you send that and do that. And we have our own products that we do sell for our pop-ups that we're going to make available to the lucky persons who happen to win the trivia questions.
Absolutely. I want to say that you do not have to be a Christian or celebrate Christmas to participate in this 12 days of Christmas giveaways. It's just 12 days of happy holidays. Actually, that did sound okay. 12 days of happy holidays. See, so we may have to change the name right away.
Yeah.
Stop the presses. I'm just saying, because we want it to be inclusive. There are a number of religious holy days and holidays between the beginning of December and the New Year, not just the Christian celebration of Christmas, right? And I know we have Kwanzaa.
Yes.
That's one of them.
December 26th.
Yeah. And then there are a number of religions that sort of celebrate around the winter solstice, including Christians.
December 21st.
Including Christians, in case you didn't know. Anyway, I think we want people to know that it's not just exclusive to Christians or to people who celebrate Christmas,
Hanukkah.
right? Because there's like, say that one again?
Hanukkah.
Yeah, Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Jewish thing.
And then there are Christians who are like, they're cultural Christians
Ramadan.
in the sense, well, doesn't that one rotate? I think,
I think it's December sometime too.
yeah.
Ramadan is in Christmas time.
They're what we call cultural Christians.
Cultural Christians.
Yeah, like they don't go to church every Sunday or every service every Sunday, but they show up for the most important holy days. I mean, Christmas, Eden days.
You mean New Year's Day?
Right? And I think a lot of us mark our celebrations are sort of around food. But most of all, it's the camaraderie. It's the being with friends and family, you know, and whatever it takes.
That's the spirit of it.
Yeah, to get friends and family together again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
and
celebrate the most important time around, I believe that more than ever, the families, I think, need to unite back and speak to each other and, you know, whatever petty things that they may be experiencing, that they hash those things out and get together and say, you know what? We are family. There's too many things that has transpired during this period. Like we had a COVID lockdown for 3 years. We had persons passed away. We had a increase of murders and slayings in the streets.
and then the Valley Boys left Bay Street.
Yeah, the Valley.
They just
left
walk
the street,
off.
but they're back now.
I mean, that's what they say.
I say they back now.
You must use a Valley, eh?
In the heart of it.
Use a Valley?
In the heart of it.
I didn't realize Use Valley. I wouldn't have talked like that about the Valley. I'd have talked harder about the Valley if I had known Use Valley. But listen, we got a couple of texts. We got a call. Let's get to them. Let's give out our first question. And then I'm going to start selling sweet cream.
Because the prisoners? Because that's the only way you get sweet cream for.
No, because prisoners don't have money. But I heard that
They sell cell phone and things.
there's a new prisoner.
They may get a sponsor now.
This is what I say in here. Why
I
you?
like that. I like that.
I hope you're ready to distribute. Anyway,
What do you want different things is going to happen now? He's going to have to readjust himself from having the Albany kind of toilets that has the water spouting to compare to the bucket.
Bode?
because I think you're going to see the fastest. I think you're going to see
Jail is
the
revamping
fastest
now.
government renovation project ever in life. I think they can renovate quickly. I just want to say to our world's economic leaders, like if you want to come to the Bahamas and get locked up, we welcome you. Just
But how do
Part
you
of our tourism product.
yeah,
how-
just bring like $1 million to put on your commissary,
but how do you renovate a bucket?
buddy.
You
Let me
install
tell
it
you,
properly.
you just exactly.
With pipes.
Exactly. You don't know how this thing goes. Let's get to the caller. Good morning, caller. You are on the clock. Guardian Radio AM mashup.
And a pleasant good morning, Miss Greene and Mr. Nuri, and yes, in our place.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
This is Sparky. Now, I would like to take a moment to say a special thank you to you guys. God will be coming to another. God spare our lives. We make it to the end of another year.
Yes.
I would like to thank you talk show hosts, all of you, on all the stations that took time out to keep this little country buzzing during the day and sometimes even during the night.
Yes, sir.
I think you go uncelebrated many times. I think also we should take time out to even thank the talk show guests that texted, that called in, that take some of the abuse from some of you. Because I always said this. I have watched talk shows come and go. Talk show hosts come and go. When you first come on, you want everybody to call you.
Yes.
You want to get popular.
Yes, sir.
Then you get popular.
Uh-huh.
Then you stop everybody who made
Sparky,
you popular.
That's
from
like
calling
dating.
you.
Hold on,
You
Sparky.
stop
I gotta
me. Hold
cut
on
you.
Hold on a second.
Producer,
This
cut
is
Sparky.
like
Look here,
this,
Sparky. You
Yeah,
see
but
what
this
you
is-
say? That's what I did miss in the class.
You
Cut
must
him.
Miss Greene.
It's a revelation. Sparky, that's what I did miss in the class. That's exactly what it is. Because you got to get popular, and then you got to choose one, and then you guys, I mean, two or three, and then you got to stick with them. Okay, Sparky, you still there? Sparky, you still
Miss
there?
Greene, you always going to be the top of the class, talk over everybody on every show. That is good. But you got to give somebody else a break.
But Sparky, you can't call and shade me like that and not expect
Yeah,
me
man,
to
you can
respond
take
with a
big
little
talk. See, what I
shade.
like with you is you could take big talk.
Yes, sir.
See, there's some people, they can't take man talk. They can't take big talk, you know. They're very timid.
Yes.
They block you up because they can't take what you say.
Yes.
See, like Mr. Nuri could tell you, when women get mad with one another, they don't talk to one another for years.
I telling you.
When men get mad with one another, they cuss one another out, and they end that argument right there. They tell the bartender, give my boy a drink.
True.
That's the end of that. Me and Mr. Nuri done row. We done finished with that. But the only thing we ain't do, we ain't tell one another but each other ma.
Good, because we don't do that round here.
No, your pop, your brother, your cousin, anybody. But don't tell the fella nothing but his ma and his daughter.
That's right.
That's when
you
you're looking
do
for
it.
the AK-47.
But we don't promote that. Yes.
No,
but-
we don't do that.
Yes.
But we can route the fellas.
Yeah.
But I don't think big grown men could get to the point where on a talk show, because you disagree with somebody, you could tell the producer, block Sparky for life.
Don't watch nothing. I gotta go, Sparky.
Look at when Sparky was
I gotta
starting
go,
these talk
Sparky.
shows.
Producer, play some music. Sparky, I love you. I just reach here, man. I still ain't even secure me a man. Yet, and you put me in the hot seat. But Sparky, I appreciate what you saying. And thank you to all the talk show hosts, that come and try to bring some positive energy to the place. That's what it's about. There's a lot of news, there's lots of things to talk about that we need to talk about. But at the end of the day, you can't leave people with a burden greater than they had when they turned on the radio. Your job is to take some of that burden, help them, give them some tools to help them hold that burden, while they're holding it. And so I'd like to remind people, I'm so glad Sparky called in to remind you all that I am not a journalist. I'm an entertainer, and I sell Chichanis on the side, And so I hope that I bring some laughter to your day, and I help you hold the burdens that you hold in a little easier as you go through your day. That's all we could do.
But you ain't that funny.
I mean, that's why I said it's hoping.
Okay.
I thought I emphasized
Yeah.
the hope
Yeah.
part. Yeah. You don't have to be funny. Sometimes you just be
just
truthful.
let you know.
Yeah. Thank you. Then I almost forget the mashup part. Okay, so here's some text. Erin, I really think BDOC need to let SPF out, especially if the person doesn't have vegan food. And how he needs his medication. Also, I don't think they're acceptable for white people. What do you think?
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Dear Rastafarian community, this is it. This is your moment. Because their text, do you know how many vegans been in that place? And they'll tell you right now they've been petitioning for the vegan food and for the other medication food, the food. They've been advocating for that for years. Hopefully Sam Bankman-Fried will change the tone. Hopefully his presence there will cause people to see the light.
It'll bring some media attention, definitely, but will it bring the changes?
We're talking about media attention. Let me read the first question for the giveaway.
Go ahead.
And then let's talk about what happened at the Magistrate Courts Complex yesterday.
Yes.
Okay, so first question. All of these answers can be found, if you don't know them, can be found on the internet. All of these questions, if you go to a search engine, you could find them on the internet. And you could find the answers too. Okay, first question. Who won the 1973 Boxing Day Parade? Who won the Boxing Day Parade night of our independence?
Why sure Sparky can call in on that?
Yeah.
He could call in Sparky. You could definitely call back. Don't.
If he knows the answer.
Right, but right.
He said he was in it.
And we get the first prize. Give
Yeah.
that and collect that at the reception.
We want to
desk.
tell him what the first prize is,
No,
right?
when you come, you get it. The prize there. Whatever it is there, he get.
Okay.
Whoever she or she
All right,
gets, he or
do
she.
we want to tell them what the range of prizes are?
Yeah, you can do that. You can
Okay.
do that. We have a lot of things, though.
Yeah.
And we're still collecting things. There are a number of persons who are calling in and say, hey, man, I want to be a part of that list of giveaways. So
Yeah.
the prices range.
Right. So we're starting today. Here are the prizes that we are giving away.
Yeah.
We start with a $100 gift certificate to Healthy Lifestyle Deli, donated by the ladies from Craft Cottage. And what it is it's an opportunity to explore a new culinary and consumption culture, an opportunity to explore a new diet, a new way of eating, a gift given by Nadine and Fina from Craft Cottage.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That's first gift. The next gift is a Seasonal Sunshine Beloved Body gift set.
Nice.
Third gift is a Seasonal Sunshine and SG Ranch Fire in the Whole gift set. It's spicy.
It's spicy.
It's spicy. And then we have,
Oh, of course, we have a CA's pepper sauce. That's
Yeah.
a high-end type thing, especially if you like pepper.
right.
Oh, that's for the grill?
Yeah, it's for the grill.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
We got a
Big bottle of that, too, by the way.
Oh, that's a sailor's choice.
a gift certificate from the Conch Celebrity.
Yes, Popeye the conch celebrity, $50 whole worth of conch. He has the best conch salad in the Bahamas, they say. and he has different types of conch salad. So that's what he's popular for.
Right.
Like conch skin and wilk salad and with a curb salad.
Yeah.
And all kind of different
Oh,
streams
traditional
salad.
thing.
Yeah, and then you have, of course, the traditional salad, and then you
Yeah.
have these exotic salads. So, but then I did that. You have exotic salad for you to experiment.
But you know the people on the island say, what you call an exotic, sir? Welkin and,
Yeah,
and
they-
curb
they-
salad?
They put mayonnaise in thing.
All right. We got 2 callers on the line. Dear texters, this is a competition for callers. This is a competition for the callers.
Yes.
The numbers
We want to hear
are
your voice.
323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. That's 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. The first question is, who won the 1973 Boxing Day Parade? I see we got 2 callers already on the line. Let's go to that first caller. Good morning, caller.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Yes, I'm great. It was the Valley Boys in 1973, Christmas.
That's not what the Bahamas government website says, madam.
Yeah.
Is it the Saxons?
No, it can't be guessing twice.
No, it's not.
I mean, that's a good try.
I'm sorry. But you could always call back in and try again. Good morning, caller. Are you ready to answer the question? I sorry, caller. All right, we got another call coming in. Good morning, caller. Are you ready to answer the question?
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Morning. Is it the music maker?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Fine.
Let me see how smart you are. What was the theme? It's just a free, no prize. Just
700 Island.
yes, ma'am. Way to go.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Wait, now listen. Don't go. Give your name and a telephone contact to the producer, please. We will contact
you.
you and let you know which prize you won.
Great. Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
You too. You too.
The Music Makers won the Boxing Day Parade in 1973. Now, listen.
I didn't even know they was around during that time.
They were like one of the first drunken groups, man. The Vikings and things like that.
I didn't.
Now, I pulled this question and
That's
the next
young.
question from the Bahamas government website. Dear Junkanoo community, if the answers that I've pulled from the Bahamas government website are wrong, please call or text in and let me know. And then we're going to let the government know that we need to let the Junkanooers document the Junkanoo history. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I got a text here, man. Erin, why you disqualify the texters, man? I'll listen though. Because the modes are different. See, you could text instantly, and I could get a bunch of texts all come in at the same time, but I could only take one caller at a time. And that's why it's more sort of effective to do the caller.
And perhaps in the future we'll have like one question for texters
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they'll win that one prize.
Absolutely. In fact, I will commit to that.
Yeah.
If I get a fine extra prizes in our next week's giveaway,
Yeah.
we will definitely have 2 questions just for texters.
Yes.
But it's going to be something like you got to be the 13th texter, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I see we got a caller on the line, but I ain't say the next question yet. So I'm going to say the next question.
Go ahead.
So the next question, which group won the New Year's Day Parade? Which Junkanoo group won the 1973 New Year's Day Parade? Do not say the Valley, Mr. Because I have a feeling you just gonna say the Valley for every single answer. Okay, a couple more. Let's get to the text line. Producer, when you get a chance, we get to that call. It says, good morning. Can someone in government assist with... Okay, so we're going to need the environmental health team to go into Stapleton Gardens this morning on Turnquest Avenue. There is a deceased animal on the sidewalk, and it's making it difficult for people to traverse the roads safely. Dear environmental health, Turnquest Avenue, Stapleton Gardens. Okay, we got a call on the line. Good morning, caller. Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
Hi, good.
Good, good. You ready to answer the question?
Yeah, the Foxwoods.
Who won the 1973 New Year's Day Parade?
Yeah.
No, ma'am, I'm sorry. No, according to the Bahamas government website, that is not the correct answer.
I was
Oh,
so
man.
sure with the answer though.
Because I sure too, because you know Saxons, supposed to win everything. Because we are the best. I mean, they are the best. I'm a spirit.
Was it all a dream?
My mother said, you know, when you're Anglican, when you get confirmed, right? The pastor walk in. He told me, he said, look here, because I used to go to the Methodist summer youth camps, Highton Methodist Church and Methodist family, and teach vacation Bible school and go to be a counselor at summer camp. And my Reverend Joaquin, he said, listen, you're Anglican, okay? Just remember you're Anglican. You're born Anglican and you're dead an Anglican. And my mother, when I was born, apparently there was another part of the service, is that, look, you were born as Saxons, and you could die as whether you grow up and live on the Fort Hill or not. That's your lot in life. So I was rushed with the spirit, but apparently I'm a Saxons, Mr. Munnings.
It's in 73 or when it was.
When you was born? When you was born?
He's a child.
He's
He's a
baby.
child.
He's a baby eight. Okay, we got a caller. Sorry for taking so long. Good morning, caller. Good morning.
Good morning to Mr. Nuri.
Hey, good morning to you, man.
Is it the Viking?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Good.
Okay, you ready? You want some bonus points? I don't know what you could do with them. You can't pay VAT with them or nothing, but you could get them.
If I can't pay VAT with it, I could try to use it to FTX.
Oh, yes, ma'am. You understand. Okay. Who were the Vikings before they became the Vikings?
Oh, I knew that. I can't remember, Mr. Nuri, help me out.
That's before I born.
Ask Ian. He only know about Junkanoo.
I was going to go say the Congos.
No, man.
The
The Congo.
Congos is Foxville.
They
The
from
Congos
Step
is Foxville.
Street. Yeah.
I know the Congos.
Yeah, no, they from Step Street. No.
They say in 73.
Okay.
Go back.
Before the Vikings became the Vikings, they were the Arawaks.
Oh.
That's what I was
Yes.
told by someone.
Yes, 'cause they were from the Chippenham area.
Yes, ma'am. You know,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
Okay. So another bonus. Oh no, maybe we can keep this.
Keep that-
But
yeah.
remember to leave your name with the
Yes.
producer so you can have the gift and come and collect it at the Guardian station.
Name and number.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Cecil. More text. Okay. I don't know what to say. This says, I can let you see it. I don't like a text. I don't like that. Man, Sparky sounds like he's trying to replace Queen's English with that effusive thank you British accents. Let me tell you all something. What you saw on display there was definitely a remnant of our British culture. What Sparky displayed was the thing called diplomacy. The British are very good at it. You know who good at it too? Family Islanders from the South. Diplomacy, that's when people would cuss you off and then you tell them thank you for such kind words. That's what that was. Sparky, the people hear you. The people hear you. Another text, Erin, why you disqualify the texters? Okay, another one, Erin, I really think BDOC need to let SPF, okay. Oh, because they said he doesn't think Fox, these conditions are suitable for white people. I mean, it's not suitable for people who have good lawyers.
If my Bahamian people are going to be subjected to go in those places,
Yeah.
then anyone from anywhere in any part of the world, they should be able to subject themselves to the same thing. Now, if they want correction, then deal with the government. Point blank.
I like that. I mean, that's the thing. If it's good enough for Bahamians, then it's good enough for anybody else, right? And if it ain't good enough for other people, then it must be ain't good enough for Bahamians either. So if you're going to make allowances for foreigners, then you must fix the problem for Bahamians,
Definitely.
without a doubt. No,
What if they have like diabetes and we don't have
Bahamians
the,
have diabetes.
and we don't have the medical equipment in the prison? Surely that prisoner has to be released immediately
Well,
and
we have-
allowed to go back home.
We
Well,
have
listen.
we have Bahamians that have diabetes. We have Bahamians that have sugar. We have Bahamians.
but
that
no,
have
this is a
said,
sound-
those said can get stay here and get locked up.
this is a sound argument, right?
They have a home, don't they?
Yeah, okay.
It's a sound argument. If your diabetic condition is life threatening, then and you don't have a, even if you have a life sentence, right? Even if you have a life sentence, this idea that, oh, you die in prison with a life sentence, That's all. These things are not acceptable.
But it's different because the institution that we used to call Her Majesty's Prison is no longer an institution called that. It is called now a correctional facility. So it changes.
Listen, this is important, Ian, because the people in the paper say the boy gone to HM.
No, ma'am.
Yes.
No, ma'am.
That's what I read.
It is correctional now. It's no longer a prison,
That's
so they
not the
cannot
point.
they cannot use the terminologies and the things that they would have done during the era it was a prison. Compared now corrections.
I mean,
so they have to upgrade themselves to correctional status.
You're not wrong. You're not incorrect. I'm just saying that I'm sure that I read in one or two publications that this boy going to His Majesty's prison.
He might be getting maximum then.
Okay, another text. Great show as usual, Miss Greene. Me and Naughty putting together to get Sam a MiFi box from Alive, so in the cell he could watch the Android box without buffering. Are you putting money with us for the purchase? I can be honest with you. I already spent most of my money on a down payment for the sign that say "Collect Sweet Cream here." But this is great. Great show. The situation with Sam is going to be more embarrassing because when the USA News reporters go to interview him and they see the condition of the prison, human rights will
Time served.
be all over. Okay, okay.
Interview you where?
If they go to the prison, it's time
You ever
served.
see anyone go to the prison to interview anybody?
Clint Watson.
No, that's a special thing that they got permission from
Yeah.
the commissioner of
But
prison.
we're talking about
And then
international
the-
persons coming
and-
in the country now.
You see what happened with the international press to the court? The judge put them out. You believe we some rinky
Hold
dink
on.
place
Are you
now.
sure it was international press or just national press?
All of the press came there, international, national.
But I
press.
only heard-
We have CNN and all of those other persons.
They
yeah?
were put out. They were put out.
I only heard Bahamians complaining. Every international and local were removed from a particular area.
Yes, you get put out.
Were they put outside the facility entirely?
Well, they were put out of the gate. You can't be blocking the judge and blocking the court.
Yeah, the rules have changed now.
Yeah, they had it as a
The rules have
circus.
changed.
Hold on, let's stick a pin. Good morning, caller.
To your guest, Ian Nuri, and the other gentleman, I forget his name, he's always on your show.
Ian Munnings.
Yeah, Mr. Munnings, he's very bright. Mr. Greene, I'm hoping that the person who texted Sam Bankman-Fried about Sam Bankman-Fried in the prison, right?
Uh-huh.
And he don't deserve to go there and saying white people shouldn't go there. I thought that was, I'm hoping that they were being, they were joking,
Facetious, yeah, I think
right?
they were.
They put LOL because I've never heard such pathetic BS in my life, right? Now, the last text who talked about the conditions at the prison, yeah, it's dungeon, right? And I was there twice. Yeah, they took me there. You don't go there. So I was in Maximum, and I had a chance to be in Remand. And so the Remand Center was the new center at the time. It was maybe, I don't know how much years it had already been built. But even in that, the shower was so pathogenic until I actually had to wear shoes to go in. I didn't even take off my shoes to catch a shower, right? Mm-hmm. And so it's right by the window, the draft coming through. So they don't care about you. So the fact that they're talking about Sam Bankman-Fried, right? I got a joke for you in Syria. I don't listen to me. The news media didn't watch him. I didn't even think he's in prison. He might be spending some. He might be locked down somewhere else, maybe Atlanta or maybe in the doctor's office in the prison.
Look
right?
here, 52.
Or some special place, but he's not in one of those cells.
52.
Hello?
That boy lock up in a house with his mummy.
Yeah, that's a good joke.
He got,
I'm telling you because Erin, the text highlighted some really serious things because once people see the conditions in that dungeon, which is I liken it to the bottom of a slave ship. There are some of the cells in the G block has no lights. We know there is no bathroom, and there's a big fan in the hallway. And so the fact that you had 3 prisoners died over like a short period of time in what they call them mentally incapacitated, right?
Yeah.
But what most people don't know, any guy who be in the prison know that the talk is always all the crazy guys in the F block. So this talk about them going to prison, this is the common trend. Send them in the F block. This is what it is, very white feces in the wall and all these different things. It's all type of pathogenic conditions that mentioned. Even Dawn the other day, know that tuberculosis, they test you, you go in negative, you come out, you test positive for the man too. You know, it's all kind of lawsuit against the government. And Mr. Munnings is correct. I think he's saying as far as the upgrade to the correction, but, you know, and they get that status, it's just a euphemistic BS. They haven't corrected anything, man. Bless them.
Thank you, 52. Thank you for making the point.
We need to be reminded of such things, you know. Perhaps we need to be more critical and more loud in regards to what's happening at the prison, because we tend to forget. Once they get there, once you were sent there, taken there. He said, "Man, that's between you and God." But these are human beings, you know.
But these are our children,
and,
see.
and these are our children. And you say it's supposed to be rehabilitation. I'm not sure if it's,
That's happening.
If that can happen in such
in the
a
conditions.
place.
Right.
That's
And that's the point. And that's why this conversation about it's one of okay, we're not talking politics. When the Minister of National Security say you need $40 million for a new prison, I don't question it. I don't question it, right? I get it. The place been old, been obsolete. $40 million is nothing compared to the obligation that we have to these people, compared to the obligation we have to the wider society to do what you say, Ian, which is to rehabilitate these people, help them to rehabilitate themselves before they come back out on the street.
Definitely, because if we house them as animals somewhere, and I believe that that's the only thing that they're going to portray when they get out.
Yeah.
Some of those persons that are entering into that system, whether it be for misdemeanor situations, they are going amongst those persons and they have to then adapt to the environment that they're in. So if you're now putting a minimum of 6 to 8 people in a small 10 by 10 cell, and then they have a bulkhead where you have a bunch of young men that are in that, and then some of them are coming from places where there is lack of love, or they're coming from places where they have less of things that they're used to. What do you do then when you're sending someone who has a traffic ticket or maybe child support? Now he's in there. He has to confine himself in this environment, and he has to now adapt to that environment, and then he feels like he's attached to these people, and he has to come back out in society. But when he comes out, he is now attached to these individuals that he has been in a cell with for a year or maybe a year and a half. So he feels obligated in a sense. And after you would have put that in that can happen, either he adapts,
Yeah.
or you see he could die.
It's trauma bonding, right? It's trauma bonding, and we sort of get it. I got a caller, but before I go to the caller, let me throw this question out there. So we all know, 52 is not wrong. We all know what's going down and going on at the prison. So the question is, why would a man like Sam Bankman-Fried opt, right, to take the risk of being incarcerated, whether remanded or incarcerated at Her Majesty's
Because he's
prison,
never been there before.
versus that boy he could afford eyes, versus a minimum or medium security facility, federal facility in the United States of America? Like, why would you then opt?
He can't fight it. I mean, if the U.S. wants him, at the end of the day, he'll be gone. We had Bahamians whose rights...
But hold on, pause. We have a whole thing called the Constitution.
We
you
had
know.
Bahamians whose rights was violated when they too were still standing on trial here in the country, or when their cases was not really finished, but they were extradited out.
All right, let's
Look at Ian.
let's stick a pin. Good morning, caller. Good morning, caller. I hear you in the back. I heard you in the back. Okay. Another text. Erin, if I could remember a case where a prisoner was released because they had issues with diabetes, check the Guardian.
Just recently. This is
Yeah.
just recently.
Cecil referenced it. They need to let him out because he has depression.
Depression?
Because he has depression.
We just
Pause.
watch
Hold
it.
on. Wait. Don't do that, Ian. Why you had to qualify it? Like somehow this place is bad. What is mental depression? Because I think I have a physical depression where my body is just so sad it refuses to exercise.
Oh, Lord.
And I think because I can try this with my insurance agent now. I don't know if depression is the reason why we release people from their convictions. But we got callers, and then I want to give out the last question. Cecil?
Yeah.
Good morning. You are online.
Answer your question in reference to I'm opting to, go to.
The prison here versus
Right.
the States, yeah.
Listen, he never thought in a million years or billion years
Mm-hmm.
it would happen.
Did he be arrested?
It's a they versus us mentality, and he seemed to be very special.
I got you.
And I put that in parentheses, but they never thought that person was, especially over here, that their mentality is that they can go into the courts and they can sing a good game and go and run the script.
Uh-huh.
And I was shocked when I heard the judge remanded him. I thought he would have gotten bail, but he never thought that it would have happened. People think that because they live in a penthouse, they live in this bubble that thinks that, it won't happen to them. That's why they come to these countries. That's why they look at us as if we are not on their level. And the other thing, I know right now he's still in the days. He's still in the days wherever he is. He's locked up.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but you all enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to say, she reminded me, I know exactly what condition that is. That's when you have more dollars and cents.
But we can't let nothing happen to that boy. So that boy can be in medical or something like that.
I don't know, Ian. Listen.
I doubt they can put him in somewhere where they can beat him. Like, if they put him in a cell with those, what we call bad men. Mm-hmm. And I don't think he could last. So they're not going to put him in that and cause a bigger scandal.
So mind you, I plan to talk about FTX on the next side, of the conversation, right?
Uh-huh.
But the question is, do the Bahamas government have a duty of care to keep SBF safe?
Definitely.
Right?
I mean,
and especially being a billionaire, especially being a high-profile case, especially that he's going to be extradited shortly, I assume. Should he be in the general population?
No, he shouldn't.
Or should we separate him?
We should automatically separate him.
And put him where?
There are places. No, there are places that they do put people.
They call it solitary confinement.
No, they do put them in safe havens. We have officers that already went to prison.
Where
they go in a special part.
But we have an officer in prison now. I don't know if that room could be available.
But I'm just saying.
I know you. No, you're right.
You can put him in a particular, because the scandal, if something happens to him, will be far greater.
It sounds like he needs to have a roommate.
It'll be far greater.
Okay.
So we have to then look out or secure that asset. He's an asset. You have the whole lot of asset.
They call him an asset.
He's an asset. Whether you believe it or
That's
not.
what the Prime Minister meant.
Whether you believe it or
All
not.
assets. We can host them. Okay, Ian, let's go to the caller. And then before we transition, I want to read the third question.
Yeah.
So people have time to find the answer by the next segment. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Erin. Happy Merry Christmas season. Greetings to everyone, all the listeners around the world. Poppy, Erin, I just want to say this is a good opportunity, I believe, for all of the politicians, including cabinet ministers, who might have been involved with this FTX/scheme thing.
Uh-huh.
To come open, come clean right now. Come clean before them people, before he could go over there in February and explain why, you was involved in what you was doing and what you taught. This is a good opportunity. Don't wait till the investigators over in the United States, because most of the times, and we ain't finding nothing here, but when they do the investigating of it, now we know this and now we know that. So if any politicians, FNM, PLP, or whosoever involved with this scheme or whatever was done with Sam, they need to just come clean to the beam. And people, what about the prison man the other day? You read how expensive the food was. One piece of wing, one piece of chicken, and a cup of green and rice or whatever, with $15 or $16. Why did it stop? And did they stop the people from carrying food for the people up there because of the pandemic or what?
No,
or that making them feel like they ain't being punished enough? I feel like everyone can. Huh?
They stopped the individuals from bringing in food into the prisons because there are a lot of cases where persons were trafficking contraband within the food.
That time. That's what we get officers for. All they need to do is just keep the keep checking the food out and doing everything. See, everyone can't afford to send their family member money up there to buy food. And is this just a question? Is this a scheme or something?
I listen. I with you on that because I believe.
Is it a scheme or something?
Listen, I will answer your question because I believe the prison needs an upgrade, but it's imperative that hold on, let me say it, that they don't copy. Prisons are generating income and revenue from prisoners. It's a scheme in that way. Yeah, but I didn't want to use.
They can pay for their own food and stuff like that. Don't be a strain on their family members. Because some of these family members, these people them calling and saying they hungry and they need this, and the people them doing whatever they got to do to find that money to put it on the gate.
Yeah.
I think they need to just let the officers keep digging up in the food when they bring the food. Allow family members to bring the food up there to them, and find out if this is a scheme or something making this money up by the prison. But $15 for one little bit of food, man. Merry Christmas, everybody, including the people in the prison. Keep up the good work, Erin.
Sir, but it becomes bigger than that, I think, Erin, because you have to also bear in mind, in the past, we have had persons then also contaminate these food, whether it be from poisoning. You don't want, you said a family member, that's a whole other thing.
That's a good point. It's a great big security risk. Okay, we got 2 minutes. Let me read the last of these texts. Great show as usual. Trust me, they don't want nothing happen to Sam in jail. They would not let fly land on that millionaire. He's a blue-eye baby in prison. If you can't find your friends in Nassau, They in Albany or they in jail. I like that remix.
That's nice.
Erin, that guy will be safe. He have money. They will take care of him. He will have money on all the prisoners' accounts. FTX money never done. Me say FTX money.
It's 2 songs. Look at
I'm
you.
telling you, they are keeping him safe by not granting him bail. Their texter is. We run out of time. I wish we could have talked about that. I really do. The person who was released was also a rich white man who was convicted for firearms possession and ammunition. Federal prisons in the U.S. are like country clubs equipped with tennis courts and staff. Erin, the foreign press has better expensive cameras which can zoom in and good live via satellite. Sam went sick bay. That's where the VIPs go while in jail. I hope he be like that woman from Old Fort Bay while she was locked up. The whole prison ate good and drank Perrier water. Dear texter, I could be honest with you. He built the hospital. Like I said, he should have built the hospital. First of all, ain't nobody was going to lock him up. And I personally would have written a letter to my Uncle Joe explaining why we cannot lock Sam up, but if they have any prisoners they need to send to our new state-of-the-art hospital, we will find space for them. I had to write that letter myself.
Well, Bishop said the money gone. He didn't buy all the canned beef. And all the tuna.
No, most important part is they done eat all the corned beef and the tuna, because I had to go on straight there and take the tuna and the corned beef back. But I have more dollars than cents.
You can't take it to the people belly.
I have a problem. Anyway, that's the music here, and we got to transition into the next hour. On the clock, Guardian Radio AM Man Down Wednesday Mash Up, where we are celebrating our 12 days of Christmas. That's the 12 days of holiday giveaways special. You guys stay tuned. We will be right back.
The very one rejoicing for yonder breaks the new and glorious.
A local paper in Grand Bahama is back every Tuesday as a section of the Nassau Guardian. Available at local stores, gas stations, pharmacies, Western Bakery, and Bellevue Gifts. Daily and, of course, on Tuesdays too. Want to reach your Grand Bahama audience? Then call Barefoot Marketing at 827-4578 or message them for ad rates via their Facebook page. Advertising opportunities now include classified ads too. Keep up with all the latest Grand Bahama news in the Guardian newspaper every Tuesday.
1 in every 4 people in the Bahamas face some level of food insecurity. Through our annual Feed 5,000 program, AML Foods remains steadfast in our commitment to help those struggling with hunger and will donate $5,000 to provide holiday meals from November 14th to December 19th. Show your support and donate at the register at any Solomon's, Cost Right, Solomon's Fresh Market, Exuma Markets, or Domino's locations in New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Exuma. Together, let's put an end to hunger.
Love the show? Want to give your support? Become a sponsor today. Call 302-2300 for our rates and packages. That's 302-2300. Become a sponsor on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.